it's certainly an honor to be here. It's been a long time. So if anybody has to go to the bathroom or do anything, Mayor Monty told me I had 25 minutes, so I'll try to get done. You know, it is a wonderful evening here, and I am just very honored and humbled to be chosen by you this evening. I'd like to thank the Monday Morning Quarterbacks Club for this recognition, as well as all they have done for the community with many scholarships they have given to assist scholar athletes over the years. I'd also like to congratulate all of the award recipients this evening, especially my fellow inductees, Ricky Flynn and Mark Rounds. I remember watching Ricky Flynn play when I was in junior high. It was an absolute honor. And I also remember my dad bringing me to the library to look at the microfiche to learn about Mark. Only joking. I'm sorry. But, it is truly an honor, and I'm very, very, very pleased to be held in your class. I've been very blessed to have the support of many who made tonight possible. But I must acknowledge the two individuals that spearheaded the effort, as well as played a very significant role in my football development. The first is Coach Gary Bianchi. Before I go on to that, I'd like to congratulate him for his 100th win as a Crusader coach this past fall. Great. Gary was the captain my freshman year, and I'll never forget our first practice. We were doing some tackling drills, and he dropped the tackling dummy and hit me straight up. And he just looked down in my face and just said, "Welcome to Crusader football." Later that practice, he goes, "Hey, sorry about that, but Uda did it to me." You know, the other thing about Gary is that I never saw a person break more fingers than Gary. I remember John Ferris and I would be sitting here in the defensive huddle, and he'd be calling out signals, telling people where we're going. "John, what the hell is he talking about? What's he pointing to?" John's like, "Go with it, who cares?" The second is my brother-in-law, John Uda Barbado. As some of you know, I chose number 30 out of respect to my father, who wore it at Dalton High. But it was an incredible honor to find out that John also wore it as a Crusader. And it's just fantastic to know that we shared that number. You know, saying little things about John, you know, when I was also in junior high, I'd go over to CYC, and John would be playing pool, if any of you guys remember that. And he'd be, "Hey, Tim," you know, and what a thrill it was. You know, John was a stud at that time. And they'd be, you know, it just did wonders for me going back to school. And you're like, "You know John Barbado?" Little did I know, my sister told me she'd kill him if he didn't do that. You know, Uda and Gary, tonight wouldn't be possible, and I truly thank you for putting this together. When I was told I was elected to the Hall of Fame, my thoughts immediately went to my immediate family and extended family. I had one hell of a support system. I still do. We have 2 full tables over there. To give you an idea, a lot of college bowl systems look for what schools travel the best when they pick who's going to come and play at the bowl. Well, I'm going to tell you something. We traveled great. We had 20 on a bad day and 40 on a good day. There were 4 generations, captained by my parents, Dick and Paula, supported by my grandfather, Steve, my sisters, Audrey and Nikki, my brother, Steve, niece, nephews, extended family, cousins. As I mentioned, I was fortunate to have parents that with undying support. And as many of you know, we got our toughness from my mother. Toughest 60 inches anybody ever saw. My father always made sure that we hustled, that we were a good teammates, and no matter what accolades came our way, we never, ever forgot where we came from. Think about that. Never forget where you came from. Like every time I watch the movie, Remember the Titans, one of my favorite movies. Remember that scene when they go up to camp and they get everybody together? Well, my freshman year, we went to Camp Holy Cross in Goshen. under the tutelage of head coach Buddy Pellerin, coaches Kruger, Bianchi, Snyder, Murphy, Shaughnessy. I remember 3-a-days, working on our cadence every night under the porch light at the coach's cabin. Remember that, Garrett? You never would have thought, if you guys remember those years with Coach Pellerin, you never would have thought St. Joe, Secville would be that difficult. But it was. I was the quarterback. He worked with his talent that he had. Never forget where he came from. Later in the movie, there's a scene of the championship game. And one of the coaches said to the head coach, when their opponent was in the shotgun, he said, "Who do they think they are? The New York Jets?" Well, my junior and senior year, we ran a shotgun as well, but with a power eye. For him, nobody ever ran that. But Coach, we always thought of head coach Billy LeGrand, coaches Dignard, Barstorff, Kennedy, and Deller. You see, we ran that power eye because our offensive line